Hello there, fellow summoners. MaddogHT here, and we're in the Cavalier event quest, and this is 3.1 with the new Sigil not Black Widow, Scarlet Witch boss. And she's got a couple nodes on her, which is a power play, which you get a fate seal put on you if you have more power, hex instability, do not disturb, special 2, and cornered. And so this first one I'm going in, I didn't really look much into Scarlet Witch. I just saw the cornered, so I put on pre-fight, so the Nova Flames will not trigger cornered. And then I'm just going to do pretty much like a parry medium, light, medium, and try to get her to throw her specials when she's got a bunch of those Nova Flames on and she's not cooperating. And I'm trying to throw that special one. It's pretty easy to dex. It's got like a first part and you just kind of get back and then just dodge that big rock. It's really easy to see. And she's melting right now. This is a rank 3 torch, but any kind of torch would work really well with this. She is getting those instability charges, but she's gonna die before that. I think if she gets up to like 8 or something like that, then she will put a big degen on you, and before you know it, with that last special, she just dies. So that was pretty easy. Now, it's not the best showcase of it, but let's go and check out some of these other runs that I did. Some where I didn't manage the instability, end up dying because of it, because the degen is pretty nasty. But let's see, we're gonna go, and I think I'm gonna go on this one with Magik, maybe it's Doom. But yeah, so basically your special 2s do damage, big damage. The other specials won't do as much damage. You got cornered. Yeah, so I got Magik. So basically if you power control her, she won't be able to get those instabilities and basically never be able to get into the degen range. And so basically here, I'm just trying to get to a special 2 and then throw that and then just kind of keep her locked down. So she's got 2 of those instabilities, and I think she keeps getting them when she throws specials. I'm not sure if she gets them any other way, maybe when she nullifies something on you, but you're going to see that she's going to get wrecked by Magik. She's locked down. She basically doesn't have anything going on for her. And pretty much most of the nodes go out the window, and it's just a matter of time before she dies. So I'll let this play out and I'll see you at the end. All right, so we're doing pretty well here. I get the power lock, and then I just like stand there and get hit in the face. Luckily, I had limbo on, and boom, I'm gonna shoot all the way back up to 100%, which is nice. And then we're just gonna finish her off here. And it wasn't too bad of a fight. Magik is a great option for countering this new Scarlet Witch. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think I used Doom next. Let's see. And then, that power play is just every 12 seconds, whichever champion has more. no, it's the lower amount. Whoever has the least amount of power gets the Fate Seal. Yeah, so I go in with Doom, and you can pretty much power control her fairly well. And again, those instabilities, I need to look up and kind of read more into that, but you can see there's a timer going. That is the power play timer. And when she throws a special, I think I'm gonna have her throw a special. I think she's gonna cooperate, and I think when she throws a special, she gets instabilities. Here I'm just spamming special 1, which isn't doing a whole bunch of damage because that special is 2. So yeah, so she just throws a special 1 and she gets 2 of those instabilities. Now if those get up to, I think it was like 8 or 10, then you get degened significantly. So you need to manage like how many specials she throws. So there she's got 3. I think I'm gonna go into an L3. She doesn't have a lot of power, but that's okay. This L3, again, because the specialist 2 isn't gonna do as much damage. It's gonna do half the damage that it normally would do. Let's see how much comes off right here. I missed the number, but it wasn't very much at all. And then we're just gonna try to steal her power here. And I think when you nullify, it looks like when you nullify, you take off some of those instabilities. I'm not entirely certain there. She throws another L1, she gets instability. I just know that if you don't manage those and you let them get too high, you will get degened massively. And yeah, I'm just gonna play kind of a normal Doom thing, just trying to control her power as much as possible. And I think I'm gonna end up starting to throw more L2s. And then you just gotta be careful with some of the buffs that she might get, because she can, and I'm trying to think of how it works, the hex of instability or whatever. She can get buffs, or you can get buffs, and one of the buffs that she can get is unblockable, and so you just got to be aware of that and try not to block something when she's unblockable. And yeah, so I'll just let this one play out. All right, so we're just finishing up, and see there she gets an unblockable, and I wasn't ready for that, but she's almost dead, and we finish her off right here, and she goes down. So yeah, just kind of be aware that she can get some of those buffs that can really mess up your rhythm. And then let's see, who did I use next? Trying to think. I know in the last run I used Quake. Let's see, on this one, did I use Mojo or Claire? Let's see. I think I might have just tried Mojo. He's kind of squishy. And I think I end up dying. Yeah, so I'm under half health. I built up 5 charges. I'm thinking that I can just degen her to death. I complete the prompt to hold block, and I fire off an L1, and so far so good. And I'm getting a little bit of regen. The buffs are falling off. I have to special. I don't want to do that, so I change it up with the heavy to idle, complete that. And you can see she's got 2 instabilities right now, right? So the one thing that Mojo doesn't have going for him as a Mystic is that he doesn't have any power control. So she got another instability, and now she's got 4 instabilities. And so I'm like, okay, this is going okay. I probably should have stuck to more L2s. I think I was trying to do some nullifies and get some heal back and whatnot, but if I would have stuck to L2s, I think that would have been better. I'm not certain how I remove instabilities from her. Maybe it's because I nullify something. Now she's got 5. I think it's if she gets to 8 is when you get degened. So that's why the one thing is with Mojo, I should have tried to kill her faster. And here I'm trying to bait out an L1. Here I hit her with an L2. Boom, she's gonna degen significantly, but she gets to 6 and throws that. And I think on this next special, I just get absolutely nuked by right there. So I'm not even sure what happened. So she had 6 instabilities. I nullified some stuff, and then I just got wasted by her degen. So I need to look into seeing how that works. So that's where you need to be really cautious of that, and hopefully have somebody that can just take her out quick or control her power and keep those instabilities off, because you can get nuked super fast. Here we're just going to go with Claire and finish this Scarlet Witch off. It's nothing too crazy, and I'm just doing a lot of bleeds. I think at some point I will have more health than her, and so the bleeds will do 1% per hit because of the Deep Wounds Mastery. There, she got unblockable, but I nullified that, which is nice. I'm in the Power Steel mode. Her L2 isn't too difficult to evade. I don't think her specials are. They all seem kind of natural and easy to kind of just go with the flow and evade and dex. Her L1 and her L2. L2 has more parts to it. But yeah, she goes down. I would definitely recommend just sticking to the L1 if you can. And then on this next attempt, I'm gonna go back in and I'm just gonna try to do a full solo using Claire, see if she can't control her power enough to not get degened like crazy. And I think I can't remember if I solo this one or not, or if I do get degened. I can't remember. I think I might get degened. We shall see. Or no, looks like I was going in with SymSupreme, so I know on this one. So on Symbiote, he does have power control with his L2s right now in this phase, or after you throw an L3 when you activate all of his phases. But she goes very passive towards a certain part where I just really wasn't able to kind of get in a rhythm and steal any power or anything like that. Here I'm just trying to wait out to get to an L3 so that I can hit her and get a bunch of bleeds off. So here I'm at 100. I think I'm trying to bait out an L1 so that I can just kind of go to town afterwards. Excuse me. And she's just not throwing it, so finally get all the way backed up. So then I finally throw this and start to make her bleed. Should have thrown it earlier, but so now she's at 2 bars. There she throws. got some interesting projectiles, but you can pretty much easily fully evade that stuff. And I'm not exactly sure why I was stalling there. Here, I was trying to get her with an L2, but I'm just in the armor mode, so I just throw in some weaknesses on. But man, she just really does not want to throw any of her specials, which is really weird. But yeah, so here we're going, we could get her with some bleeds and an armor break, and it's coming up pretty shortly. So here she's at 4 instabilities, and now she's fully unblockable, so I'm trying to wait that out. Go in, trying to build up to an L3, and I should have fired it, but she just doesn't want to throw anything. There she goes. Now she's at 5 instabilities, and just shortly after this, I think I just get absolutely nuked, like in a split second, with her really powerful degen. So now she's at 6. I dex that, and then what happens? Just shortly coming up right there. I'm not exactly sure what I did or didn't do, but I know she was at 6 and something happened and I totally just got nuked. Pretty much full health, SymSupreme down to 0. So if you don't control her power, yeah, she can get you really, really good. So we're gonna go back in and finish this up with Void. And Void is just pretty good because he's got that damage over time. You don't have to worry about cornered unless you throw an L2. And I think I'm just sitting here like, what just happened? We go in and we'll finish her off. I think it could be slightly problematic if you were to do a full fight with Void, maybe. You could stall out some with those instability charges, but yeah, to be honest, I just need to read up on that and see how and why that degen happens and what you can do to counter it besides kind of power control. So I'll let this play out and I'll see you at the end. Yeah, we're just kind of finishing up. I was just kind of doing slow play because I really didn't want her to get to like 6 instabilities again, and yeah, so we ended up finishing her off with Void. Nothing too terrible there. I think you could solo if you played around her power bar a lot. And then last up, I think this is the last run, I'm just gonna try to Quake, and I think I mess up very, very early on in the fight, and I just hang in there though. You know, I've never Quaked this girl before, so don't really know like her move sets that well, especially being cornered up against the wall. But my Quake skills are not the best, but I'm trying to practice, trying to get better. I accidentally throw a heavy there, and then I think shortly coming into here, I get clipped, and she just barely doesn't kill me. I think I end up with like 5% health or something very, very little. But I stuck it out and was able to finish it off. While I don't really, yeah, boom, I almost took a 5-hit combo to the face, 5% left. You know, Quake is awesome. Well, I personally don't enjoy quaking. I know she's a great champ. She does solve a lot of problems for some crazy nodes, and I do recommend that anybody try to practice and try to get good at her, whether you're doing like the heavy parry method or the full quaking where you don't try to get touched like I'm trying to do. Definitely recommend that you practice. If you don't practice, you can't get good at it. And while I'm not the best, I am definitely getting better, and I can tell the difference because I can close out a fight like this. Granted, I did get hit. I typically, I don't know what it is, if it's just a mental thing, but I'll just mess up, you know. But you can see that I can do it. It's just, I just mess up, and I mess up too frequently, and pretty much just means I just need more practice. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching these clips. Hope it helped some, if at all. But this is how I got through EQ this month with this new Scarlet Witch. So it's going to take like, what, another 1 or 2 cycles, and then this chick will be dead. And we'll be moving on to the last chapter where it has Spider-Ham, and he's an interesting boss for the month.